Hello, everybody. My name is Ironic, and welcome to the TBIC 3 predictions video. Now, a while ago, I made a TBIC 2 predictions video talking about, what has happened before TBIC 2, and also talking about the teams, making predictions, etc., etc. So today, TBIC 3 is just right around the corner, in like a day from when I'm recording this. So, we're going to be talking about all the teams. We're also going to be talking about TBIC Confusion, which was an event that was played like 2 weeks from here, I think it was. March 30th, so like the day before April 1st. And also my predictions on who I think is going to come first. Team strengths and weaknesses, etc., etc. We're going to be using the same similar format, so don't worry about it. So, first of all, TBC Confusion, there were 4 teams, and 2 of the teams won because it was 2 teams versus 2 teams. These are the winners. We had a lot of newcomers, and we also had a lot of, old people as well. So, it was a lot of fun to play in this event, and we just goofed around and everything like that. I have my VOD in my VODs playlist, so if you want to go watch that, if you haven't seen that, you can go watch it yourself, as well as the other people who have maybe streamed or recorded their own perspective. You can watch it yourselves. But yeah, that's pretty much TBIC Confusion. So let's move on to the actual teams of TBIC 3. Starting off with the Diamond Deers. New template. I kind of improved it from last time, so it's a little bit more quote-unquote stylish. It's just a template that I had before, but something like wrong happened to it. But basically, we have the Diamond Deers, which has Exotic Kyber, Fawn Aardvark, Tie of the Wild, and Wither God. This whole team is pretty much just from the first TBIC. Both the trio of Ty, Wither God, and Exotic Kyber have not played since TBIC 1, and Fawn's last canon event was in TBIC 1, who was supposed to be in TBIC 2 but could not make it. So, with that, this is full like TBIC 1 team. This team is also pretty scary in general. Fawn and Ty, great duo, I would say. Pretty strong as well. Both top 10 players. And Withergon and Exotic Kyber doing pretty well for themselves in their first event. But we'll be going further into deep, like I said, with all the teams later on. But this is already a scary team just by seeing it first shot. Next up, we have the Fuchsia Foxes, which include Calculus, Infinity, our first newcomer, Plasism, and Space Void. This team is pretty much kind of a quote-unquote nerf team for Calculus. Cal got first individual by a landslide, dominating almost every single movement game. I think I like first in like all the movement games, and just did not do well in the Sky Battle, which was the PvP game. So it'll be interesting to see Cal taking a lead role in this team. Space and Cal also being a pretty good duo. They both teamed last time and they won, so we'll see if they can do it again. Infinity coming back from TBIC, the non-canon, which is called TBIC Quads, and Plasation being our first newcomer. So we'll see how well Plas will do this time. Will do in their first event. But yeah, pretty could be seen as like a weaker side of the teams, but we'll see how this team will do. Next up, we have the Golden Geese, the team I'm a part of. This includes Birdboy Games, Cronus, myself, and Olive Rosewood. This, at first glance, is a pretty scary team, and I got mentioned that this team was going to be a thing. I thought that this was going to be a broken team, because it included myself, 2 A+ tiers, and Olive, who so what I'm about to say, I have to say it because of legal reasons. Not really, but Olive told me that I have to say this. Olive is a shit player. They don't do very well in the events. So yeah, there's her thing. I wish I would have put like proof that that was actually a thing, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. Hopefully, everyone else also knows from the event. But yeah, still, this team is still very scary either way at first glance because there's really good players in this, and they're pretty good. They have, we can do really well, and we'll see how good this team will do pretty much in general. Moving on to the fourth team, the Jade Jotters, custom name Jade. not Jade, the Jotters. This whole team is decided to be, from the Otters team. Well, Otters was already an Otter, but this team has two newcomers, Sea Dog and Sidorami, Skittleby coming back from TBIC 1, and Otters from the previous event. So this team is also pretty scary. Both Otters and Sidorami know each other, and they play a lot of Battle Box as well as other games as well. Sea Dog, I think, is the owner or the co-owner of another MCCI event called Isle to Glory. So, more MCC Island players coming in on top. And finally, we also have Skittleby, who, like I said, was from TBIC 1. So it'll be interesting to see how she'll do or how they'll do once they come back from this event. And yeah, this team is pretty scary, I would say. A lot of good players around here, and I don't think like their weakest player, I think it's Skittleby here, is not that bad. I think Skittleby did really good in their first event. So this team is pretty scary in general. Next up, we have the Turquoise Turtles, which is Assumption, Brenbot, Debo, and Landon Legends. This team is the wild card, as I would say, because there's three newcomers to this, being Brenbot, Debo, and Landon Legends, and Assumption being the only player here who has literally just played both canon events. It is still MCCI, so it kind of depends how well they'll do. But what I would say is the wild card is because I don't know where to rank them. I could see them getting first just because of three newcomers, two of them who I have not that much information about, or they could be at the bottom just because maybe chemistry-wise they might not do so well. But still, I can give you a little bit of information about some of them. Landon Legends is a Minecraft player, a Minecraft event player, actually. Specifically, I guess maybe known for playing in Minecraft Mayhem, a custom event that has taken a rise recently. And also Landon is a pretty skilled and mechanical player, so I feel like Landon may have this first individual on the spot, but I think it'll also depend on their teammates. So we'll see how well they'll do. And then we also have Debo and Brenbot. This is a duo, two friends who signed up together and got in the same team. They are both Bedrock players who have transferred more to Java, learning how to PvP and also play into Java. I think most of the recent videos are hoplite videos. So, they're trying to move on to Java, and we'll see how well they're doing their first event in MCC Island. I think it was their first event in MCCI and in Java as well, so we'll see how well this team does. But yeah, it could be seen as a scary team, or it could all crumble down, so it'll really depend. Next up, and finally, we have the Purple Pups, another custom team name, which consists of Cyber Pup, Pup Sherpa, Pup Bear, and Pup Gaming. Okay, well, that's actually not a lie. I just said that because I thought it was funny. But it's Cyber, not Sherpa, Pup Bear, and Pup Gaming. This team has the duo of Pup and Sherpa, who I know they talk a lot and they've been wanting to team. Piff Bear is back with Pup again. I think the third time they're teaming, so that's gonna be great. And Cyber trying to balance this team around. So this is pretty similar to the previous team, to when Pup had with I think Piff Bear, Assumption, and Moonblade, but then Moonblade had to sub out and Squid came in. This is a really funny team, I would say. I'd say this is probably going to be the team that I would recommend watching if any of them go live, because it's a really fun team, and I think their vibes are going to be bad, but the funny bad, I would say. But no, not really. I think their vibes are gonna be great. They're gonna have fun. But I would say this is the funny team and more of the entertainment, the content team, as some would say. And yeah, those are all the 6 teams. But now let's move on to a sub, which, by the way, there has not been a sub since I think yesterday. So this is the best TBIC without that many subs. And the sub is that C-Dog had to sub out because of some other reasons. I think he has another event close to TBIC, so a bit of misscheduling here and there. So to sub in, we have Forio, who I think is also a good friend from Autos and Sidorami, as well as Forio being a BattleBox player as well. I've seen them in BattleBox before, and I think they're pretty good at BattleBox, and they're also like pretty average skilled. So the sub isn't too OP, but it's also like not like underpowered as well. So this will be, I think, it's like a scary team in my opinion, especially in Battle Box, since 3 of these players play a lot of Battle Box. But yeah, those are all the teams and also all the subs. So now let's move on to my team predictions. So let's move back to here and let's go to our predictions. So these are my first predictions from seeing the teams, no stats and everything like that. These are not my final predictions as well, so don't worry. So team, or in first place, would be gold. I think our team is pretty strong enough. I kind of forgot to edit this over here, so just ignore that. But yeah, gold, we probably could get it first. Second, Jade. This team, even with the sub folio, is scary in my opinion. Could be really good, could be, devastating. I don't know. But this team is really solid, I would say. In third place, I put Diamond. Again, Fawn is just one of the best players in TBIC, and Ty being, right over there is pretty good. Next up, we have Violet in fourth, Sherpa and Pup, very scary duo. Fifth place, Turquoise. Again, this is the wild card. I first saw this as it wasn't going to be that bad, but I feel like maybe it could be changed after this. And finally, Fuchsia in last place. Again, first predictions, I probably did change these. If I didn't change them, then whoopsie doodles. But yeah, let's move on to the strengths and weaknesses of each team. Basically, we rate them, each team, by how good there is, and then give them more of an average to maybe give some better final predictions. So moving on to Diamond, I think this team could do really good in Sky Battle. Fawn being probably one of the greats, one of the best leaders in Sky Battle. Specifically because when Fawn led our team in the first TBIC, we dominated. Or I guess he dominated, but we also got a lot of kills, and we also followed their orders. So we did pretty good, and I think Fawn will lead this team through and get a lot of kills. We also have Battle Box here, 3 out of 5. Again, not a bad PvP team, I would say. It really depends on their comms as well and how well they'll do. Dynamo, 3 out of 5. Ty, I think, got top 5 in Dynamo in the first event, so Ty's pretty good at Dynamo. Fawn is pretty okay, but I don't know how well they'll do in Dynamo this time. Maybe they've practiced, maybe they haven't. As well as Kyber and Wither God, maybe doing pretty well in that too. Parkour Warrior, 3 out of 5. I think they're all pretty average at parkour. Fawn being pretty good, Ty also pretty good, and both Kyber and Wither God doing pretty average. Tech Toss, 4 out of 5. This team is pretty cracked, I would say. I think Fawn, Ty, and Wither God. I think Wither got top 5 in that event, so this is a pretty skilled Toktas team. They'll do pretty good. And I think Hole in the Wall, they're a little bit less average. Oh my god, I had to sneeze. But yeah, Hole in the Wall, I think that's probably their worst game. Next up, Fuchsia, 2.5 average. Sky Battle, 1 out of 5. This is just not PvP team. They'll know how to play Sky Battle, sure, but I feel like this won't be the team that will do, you should not, will do bad in Sky Battle. They'll probably try to play passive. I feel like that would be the best thing for them to get, at least survival points, but I just don't see this being a really good PvP team in my opinion. Next up, we have Battle Box, similar to Sky Battle. It is just not a PvP team, but their comms might be better than usual, so that's that. Dynamo, 4 out of 5, probably their best game. Cal and Space Void, they're really good Dynamo players. They've played a lot, so this team will do probably well. I don't know much about Plaz, and also Infinity, who we did play, but I don't think Infinity did amazing in Dynamo. I think they're pretty average, I would say. Parkour Warrior, 3 out of 5. Cal is just really good at Parkour Warrior, but everyone else I think is mid. Tech Toss, 2 out of 5. Similar things. Maybe some people are just not that good at to get to the side. And then there's Hole in the Wall, which is a 3 out of 5. Cal just being really good at the game in Hole in the Wall. Got 2 wins, so that's something. Next up, we have Gold, average 3.5. Sky Battle, we're pretty average. I feel like with my leading skills with what I did with Jade, who I thought we were not going to do that well in Sky Battle, I feel like I have, a better vision to it, so definitely will think we would do better in Sky Battle. Battle Box, depends on our comms. I still think we're pretty good. Dynaball, we're pretty average at it, mostly kind of below average as well, so it would be a little bit lower. Parkour Warrior 4 out of 5, I think most of us are pretty good in parkour, and I think our skills would probably get us like all to like top 10, so we're pretty good at that. Tuck Toss 3 out of 5. If we just stick together, maybe try to like do like bridging ones, we might do better. And Hole in the Wall 5 out of 5. We are just a hole in the wall team. Like all of us do exceptionally well in hole in the wall, so even Olive does really good in hole in the wall. Like I think their scores were like top 10 2 times and got last, but like it's still fine. Like that team will do really good in hole in the wall. Next up, we have Jade Jotters, 3.2 Sky Battle, just really good, just pretty average. They don't play much Sky Battle, but I feel like with their battle box skills, their PvP is not going to be that bad. So if it's a one-on-one team or team versus team, Jade probably has a good shot at it. Battle box 5 out of 5. It's just a battle box team. I can't really do much about that. Dynaball 3 out of 5. I think Sea Dog was really good at it. That's why I put it 3 out of 5. But I don't know how well they'll do this time. I think Autos did get top 5 in TBIC 2, but I'm not sure how well those teams will do. Parkour Warrior, I think Foria said that they're pretty good at parkour, so maybe bump this up to a 3 out of 5, meaning it would be a tie between us. Tuck Toss 3 out of 5, pretty average. I think they said that they're not that good at Tuck Toss, so we'll see how well that goes. And Hole in the Wall, I also give them an average of 3 because similar to Tuck Toss, they could be good or they could be bad. Next up, we have Turquoise. I put them at 2.5. Again, I'm going to say this, Turquoise, I have no idea where to rank. I feel like this team could do really good or it could be really bad, so it'll depend how well, the comms goes and how well their team fully does. Sky Battle, 3 out of 5. Landon is just really good at PvP, so I feel like Landon could lead this team. Though I think they'll do better in Battle Box because Landon's in IBL, similar to Fawn. I think he's part of Rat Tactics, I believe. I might be wrong, but yeah, that's just a IBL team. It's pretty good. Dynaball 2 out of 5. I feel like that's gonna be their downside. Even if its section is pretty like good at Dynaball, I think that's where they might go down. Parkour Warrior 2 out of 5. I feel like most of these will just do like mid in Parkour Warrior. Landon might be able to get top 5, but I don't know if they'll make it to the finale. Tuck Toss 3 out of 5. They could do pretty decent. And Hole in the Wall 2 out of 5. I really don't have much to say about Hole in the Wall there. So there's that. Next up, we have, or the final team, Violet. We have 2.8 in average. Sky Battle 2 out of 5. This team can do good because, Sherpa's pretty good at Sky Battle, but it depends how well he leads that team in Sky Battle S. I think everyone else is like below average. Battle Box 4 out of 5. This team is a scary Battle Box team. They just have really good communication in Battle Box. Again, the Sherpa Pub Duo is really scary in Battle Box to be specific, so I believe this team will probably be top half in scores for Battle Box. And finally, we have, not finally, Dynamall 4 out of 5. Pup is just really good at Dynamall. Probably will get first in Niv, but it'll also depend on, the other 3 to see how well they'll do. Parkour Warrior 2 out of 5. Sherpa's just like the only good one, and I think Sherpa's only made it like once in the finale, so a little bit below on the points there. Tuck Toss, this team will probably do well in Tuck Toss, so I give them an average 3. And Hole in the Wall, this team can do good in Hole in the Wall, but if it's not, they troll or anything like that, so, we'll see how well they'll do in Hole in the Wall. And with that, to give you some final scores for the predictions, I put Jaden first, Gold in second, Diamond in third, Violet fourth, Turquoise fifth, and Fuchsia sixth. Again, I didn't really change it much because I think my predictions were still pretty good to start off with. Maybe change Diamond. I feel like top 4 could change along all 4 sides. Like, I feel like Diamond can make it to Dodge Bolt, Violet can make it to Dodge Bolt, Gold can make it to Dodge Bolt, and Jade can make it to Dodge Bolt. Turquoise, again, don't have much information. I would rank them higher if I had more, and once TBIC 3 goes in and they're more interested in joining TBIC again, I have a better way to, average them and see how well they'll do. And Fusion 6, they could maybe get 5th. I just think that's a weak team. They could pull me, get really good in TBIC 2, where I pull off to put my team in 4th instead of bottom 2. So let's see how well this predictions go, I believe it's going to be completely wrong, and I hope to be wrong, actually. But yeah, to end it off, top 10. Fawn's going to get first. I think Cal's going to get second. Sherpin third. Myself in fourth. Landon fifth. Cronus sixth. Pup seventh. Forio eighth. Ty ninth. And Sarami 10th. Close enough. I didn't decide to put from 11th to 24th because it's just a lot, and like I also don't want to make anyone feel bad, so I decided to make top 10 over here since it's a lot more simpler, and I don't have to go through all 24 players. But yeah, I think that's going to be all of it. Hope you guys enjoyed these predictions. If you have your own predictions, you can go in the comments down below. See, you know, what could be right, what could be wrong. Prove me wrong again, like the last time I did this video. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next predictions video for TBIC 4. Anyways, bye-bye.